Chris, we talked a little bit earlier, but once again, hey, congratulations! You just signed a real contract with Sint-Truiden in Belgium. Yeah, thank you for coming on the call today, man.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. It's definitely been an eventful past couple of days, but I'm excited to talk to you guys. And I was all in your shoes at one point, and I know I'm excited. From a very young age, I had a really big passion for the game. I always wanted to play. I was the kid that had all the posters on my wall of my favorite players. Went to Own Touch as well, and which I thought was really beneficial in my my development with Greg. Loved going to the Richmond Kickers games, watching them, and being so excited to go see that and see some of the players. There were some players like Sasha and Mike, so it was really, really fun. But
so you were with Richmond United.
I had a great youth career growing up, and really, really fun. So many great experiences, great coaches within the Richmond youth system. You guys, I think, are really lucky to have the support around you that I started to have when I was a kid, but now there's even more. I'm leading with my actions on the field and, proving that, I want to be here, I want to play, and I want to get the best out of us and do well at like the academy showcases and all that stuff, because I had a real, drive and still pushing to become a professional at that young age.
DC United signed you to a professional contract, and you were only 16 years old at that point.
That was my, boyhood, dream club. I've supported them forever. I have photos of, holding the 2002 MLS Cup. I really wanted to be on that field. I really wanted to play at RFK Stadium. Me signing pro at a young age was a life-changing decision, but also a decision that, set my sights on what I wanted to be for the next 10 to 15 years. I know firsthand that only being a pro for 4 years now, how difficult it is. The groundbreaking news of Wayne Rooney joining, of all teams, DC United. And as I told you guys earlier, I had a lot of posters on my wall. Well, one player that was on my wall was Wayne Rooney. So having my, player that I really looked up to, playing with him, trying to be a sponge and learning as much as possible. But, I had to gain a little bit of respect and, put in some good tackles and show him, I mean business. But, that's life. I feel like I bring a mentality that whatever game it is, I always give it my best. I always give it my all. Above all else, what is important is soccer. And how can you be creative to make sure that you stay sharp with your touch? And for me, since I wasn't able to go on a field, and if I went on the field in Belgium, then a police officer would tell me to go home, was I found a wall, and all I needed was a ball and some shoes. If you guys have running shoes and a ball, you're fine. For 40 minutes to an hour, juggling it, pass up against the wall, one touch, pass up against the wall, just continuing, that relationship with the ball, because above all else, that's important. Sometimes I remember after we did a training with Richmond United at Stryker Park on that turf field, there's a track next door at that Short Pump Middle School. And I remember running with one of my teammates after the training to make sure that I was fit enough and fitter than everybody else on the field. I know you guys are probably playing a little bit too much Fortnite right now. I'll put my hand up and say that I am too. But accountability is what matters. Your parents knows what's best for you. But to be honest, you know what's best for you. When you're playing a video game or something, you know that you should be going out and doing something or doing something extra. You know it in the back of your head, but it's that laziness. It's that, oh, this couch is really comfortable. To have that motivation, you have to have that burning fire inside of you to get up and go do it. Because if you're writing your goals down and you're writing what you want to achieve and what you want to do better, you're going to look at them and you're going to either say, oh, I'm cheating myself and I'm not doing the things I need to do to get better, or I'm checking my boxes off and I'm getting better and I'm doing the things that are going to make me achieve what I want to do. So you can't be scared to do your best. Everybody that's saying, being the try-hard is not cool, this is the worst stereotype I've ever heard. You don't have to be the try-hard and like you're always looking at the coach like, yeah, I'm doing this right. Yeah, I'm like really working hard right here. You can be the guy that, is going above and beyond. And if somebody is making fun of you about that, they're insecure about all the work that they're not doing. So you keep doing your work. You keep being the try-hard. Don't be the in your face. Hey, look at me. I'm doing all this work behind the scenes. Because then you'll really, really, make leaps and bounds above your competition. Richmond has been a big part, and I'm always, my heart is in the RVA for sure.